Welcome back to Scale Modelers, Scale Model Kit Review. This is your host, Steve. Let's build this Bandai Darth Vader kit. I'll put a link below so you can look at my review of this kit, as well as the Anakin Skywalker Darth Vader kit. So open this bad boy up and let's get rolling.
First part to building this kit is assembling his head and of course his helmet. So we'll get started on that. So we will cut out these first parts here, and it pays to have a really good set of nippers here. Nice set of sprue cutters, and you want to cut away from them initially, from the parts, not up against it, and then later on you can do some trimming. And you can see here, just take my nipper and cut right up against it. Do the same over here. And like I said, I'm not going to show this throughout the video. I'm going to show you this once. So one on top there. For the most part, this part right here will be hidden away underneath the helmet. You can take a sanding stick and just kind of touch up that area. Let the stick do the work. And for the most part, this won't be seen when the kit's built. Alright, no glue required. We'll just snap these two parts together here real quick. Alright, so this slides in. That. And this slides in like that. It all snaps together. There you have it. Two more parts are installed. We'll install the little cap on top of the head there. The longer part goes forward towards the face, just like that. And we will snap that in, just like that. And then of course the helmet snaps in on top of that. And there we have it.
The circle is now complete. When I left you, I was but the learner. Now I am the master.
The second step is broken into 6 parts, so let's go with part 1 for step 2. In this step we install 3 poly caps. Put the bottom one on first. It simply slides in sideways. Just like that. The next 2. Slide in where the opening of the poly cap is on the outside, where the arm will go into, and it's up towards the top here. Slide that in like that. snapped right in. Do the same thing on the other side. And there you have it. There are the 3 poly caps installed. Two 2.2, 2.3, 2.4, 2.5, 2.6. Step 2.2, we actually install this part internally into that detent in there, where these will be poking through the outside. There you go. And then we put chest plate together. Just a tight squeeze. Now we're on step 2.3. So far we've used parts from the A tree and the poly tree, which is called the PC tree, and now we've gathered 2 more parts, and they came off the C2 tree. So we take the poly part, put it through the neck here, just like that, and then there's distinctive neck design. See the little pieces going downward? Those will face forward. Just like that. And then these simply lock in right there on both sides. Perfect. So Darth Vader's upper torso shoulder is actually molded in a different color styrene. It's kind of a gunmetal gray, and you can kind of see how it's different compared to the black plastic right there. You can see the transition, so that's pretty cool. Two 2.4 is the next step. We'll mount this control panel. And his chest armor, which I think is pretty cool. It's a whole different color plastic, kind of a gunmetal. There we go. Very nice. Next we are on step 2.5. We will go ahead and install this plastic part here. Looks like a 5th wheel hitch. That goes in on top right there, slides in. And it's not a poly piece, it's actually plastic. There we go. That's in. And then now we do have a poly part that goes in underneath it. And it looks like we want to have the hole on the bottom of that. So if you look at that, slides right in, just like that. And then the outside piece of this, look for the round part on top there, the round opening. that goes on top, and those just snap together. There we go. Next is step 2.6. We are going to snap this under the bottom of his upper torso, and see these little arrows here. They need to be facing forward towards the front of the figure, and then we'll simply just snap it in place here. Here we go.
I'm a member of the Imperial Senate on a diplomatic mission to Alderaan.
You are part of the Rebel Alliance and a traitor. Take it away!
Step 3. Step 3, it looks like we put the top portion of his cape over his shoulders. Turn this around. We have some tabs we have to line up on the bottom there with the tabs on top of the shoulders. And there we go. And we actually snap his head in place. There we go, there.
The rebels' hidden fort.
I find your lack of faith disturbing.
So step 4, we have 5 parts. Here's step 1 of 4. Step 2. Step 3. Step 4.4. And step 5. Step 4.5. Step 4.1. We'll turn his back end over. Get the polys cap parts ready. They mate together like this. And then they go on just like that. There we go. Step 4.2, we will slide in this part right here. It's plastic, it's not a poly. Slides into that slot right there. Just like that. And this slides onto that. Everything's lined up. Snap together, and there you have it. Next is step 4.3. We'll attach this to the front. And we have a small piece that goes on the back. This piece goes into that slot. You want to have the L shape on the bottom, and it simply inserts in. Just like that. Now we're at 4.4. We're going to install some parts on his belt. Want to make sure that the two larger squares on these are up on top, just like they are shown. And looking at the belt, you want to see your little arrow is on the left and the circle's on the right. And we're simply going to key that in to those slots. Just like that. Same with this side. And there we go. Next step is 4.4. Now we have these two little brackets that they only slot in around his waist one direction, so make sure you have the right ones. So you want to have this part facing you, and you'll see right there is a slot that this will slot into that slot. See that shape right there? So we'll take, and this goes on the right side, and that slots in, and you can see it's all flush mounted right there. And we'll do the same on the other side. Slot it in right there. Okay, so they're both in. Now we can actually put our belt on, just like that. And everything looks good. So far, so good.
If he could be turned, he would become a powerful ally.
Can it be done?
Step 6, we have 6 steps. Step 1, 6.2, 6.3, 6.4, 6.5, 6.6. Step 6.1. So I'm going to put this poly part in there like that, and on the other side like that, and then we squeeze them together. There we go. Part 6.2. Put these poly caps in here, one facing up and one facing down. There we go. Now let's go to step 6.3. There's a couple of steps involved here. We will take and insert another poly cap. And looks like we're in business with that. And we have another one we need to put together here. Another poly cap goes inside a little bit lower here. Just like that. Next step is the knee joint. Alright, here's his leg, and here's the knee joint. On the knee joint, it's supposed to have an arrow pointing to the top of the knee joint. And you can probably just see the arrow right there on the top. So in this case, we take and make sure this is on top like so, and then we will feed kneecap in like that. It just simply snaps in place, and once again key it in again, and we have a working knee. We have one more part to install for step 6.3, and that would be his armor shin guard here. That looks like it just snaps in on the front here. And there you have it. Very high gloss styrene there. Very nice. Let's go to step 6.4. Now we assemble 6.4, which is the shoe. Put the two shoe halves together. And put the shoe bottom on that. Then we bring in the poly caps, and we simply put two poly caps together here. Like that. And push one of the poly caps into the foot. It's kind of got a little angle to it. Interesting. There we go. And the last assembly for step 6, this is 6.6. We will put the foot on the bottom of the ankle. And we'll make sure we put the hip joint in with the opening facing this rounded edge here. And there you have it. Looks like his right leg is done. Now let's move on over to step 7.
Apology accepted, Captain Nida.
Alright, step 7, we will assemble his left leg. And we have the same amount of steps. We have 6 steps. And so now we have 2 completed legs. Step 5, we install the lower torso onto the upper torso. This should just snap in place. There you go. Step 8, we install the legs onto the torso. Step 8, we attach the legs to the torso. Just kind of snaps in there. Yeah. There we have it.
Obi-Wan has taught you well. You have controlled your fear.
Step 9, we start assembling the arm, and we have 4 parts to step 9. Part 1, Part 2, Part 3, and lastly, Part 4. part 9, step 1. Fits in there kind of snugly there. Put the other part on, snap it in. There we go. Alright, we're going to attach the shoulder pad to the shoulder. We've got to clip this little item in place here. And you want to push it in until it snaps in place. There it is, snapped in. And then we press it on the poly cap on top of the shoulder. And there we go. Now we're going to build his elbow, it looks like. With the elbow, we just like kind of like the knee joint, we'll put the poly caps on first. As such. Clip on the other side. That takes care of 9.2 in our step. 9.3 has several steps to it. First is the upper arm. And look for the opening on top, the round part. Put the poly cap in there, square one. We put the upper arm together, just like that. Next we have the lower arm. And we'll put the ball joint in on the lower arm, which is the joint for the wrist. There it is. Snap that together. And we'll take the elbow. We look for the arrow pointing to the top. And that looks like it is right here. Put this on the upper arm. Insert it in. And we'll insert the lower arm. Go. Perfect. And we'll put the shoulder on. And we got one more step, which is the hand. Two hand options for the right hand. We have an open hand and a closed fist. So we'll assemble the hand here. This is the open hand. And then the closed fist. So he can hold the lightsaber, looks like. Two options there. I'm going to go with the open hand. And there we go. We're going to assemble the right arm now. So this is part 10, part 10-1, part 10-2. There we go. There's that and that. Alright, until the next assembly.
Release your anger. Only your hatred can destroy me.
Step 11, we attach the arms to the torso. We'll attach the arms to the torso now. Do the right one first. Simply plug it in. And the left one. And there's his arms. Alright, now I think we do the cape. We attach the cape next, and that's step 12. There's 3 steps to 12. And it looks like we also attached his lightsaber. 12.1. 12.2 and 12.3. 12.1, they have us assemble the lightsaber, and just going to twist it around a little bit. There it is. Next we put the lightsaber into his robe there, and then we attach the bottom to these tabs here. There's one. And do the other side. It snaps in. Perfect. Turn him over. Look at doing the other part of the robe, which is 12.2. Alright, so we're going to lock the outer parts of the robe onto the upper, and they tab in. Right here is a tab, and there's a tab up here on top. They're aligned with the corresponding holes. We'll put a poly cap on here. We'll fit it on the tab on top first, and we'll do the same on the other one. If I can get it to feed into it. There we go. Oops. There we go. Cap is on there. And we simply just press it in. Line it up there. Press it in place. Same with this side. Press it in place. Okay. That's done. We go to the last step of the robe. See how we can figure out how to do this. It looks like that just slides in under. And I can't tell, that goes under that. Okay. That snaps onto that and that. The bottom. Looks like the bottom locks in. So after everything is assembled here, I definitely am not a fan of his cape and how it goes together at all. Just doesn't want to stay together at all. May have to glue it in place. Just not a fan at all. But there that is right there. Let's look at his lightsaber here next. Lightsaber is step 13. So step 13, we simply assemble his lightsaber here like we did before. Right there. And his hand. And there we go. And we'll take his hand off here. And there he stands. Last step is to put the foot support in the base. This block in here. Not really necessary. And then we'll mount Darth Vader on the stand. I'll give you another view in a second. Okay, I'm back to complete this video. I filmed this video 6 years ago, back in 2019, and I never finished it really. I was pretty disappointed in the cape, but really the cape isn't really all that bad. After watching the video while I was editing this video, I realized the mistake I did with the cape, so I can definitely work through that and show you my mistake. Now obviously I'm using different camera now. After 6 years ago I have a better camera, I have better audio, so I do apologize for the audio and the camera quality from 6 years ago. But here we go. So here is Darth Vader. Turn him over. We can actually do this while the cape is installed. We have a left side and a right side. Now what I talked about was this tab here on the bottom. And you can kind of see it right there. Okay, so that tab is going to insert into there and get locked in, and then we'll press fit that Teflon ball into the top of the cape right there. So I lock that in just like that and bring it over and press fit that in, and kind of stays together as you can see there. Do the same thing on the other side. Lock that in on the bottom first. and then press fit the top. And there he is in all his glory. And there you go, he is complete. Let's give you a close view here. And the top of Vader, very nice there. And I have it in the top view of Vader here. I haven't applied the decals or the stickers yet, but they will come a little later. Little side view of Vader there. And a back view. And ultra close view. And obviously some of the decals would really enhance him even more so. And there you go. That completes this video of Darth Vader by Bandai. This is the original 2014 kit, and it is still available. I put a link in the description below. And here's the stand that goes with him, along with his extra lightsaber that goes on the side of his belt, and the extra hands that come with this kit. And I'm going to go ahead and do a separate video on applying the water slide decals to Darth Vader, so look for that coming up very shortly. With that, I hope you like my content. If you like my content and you want to see or get notified by future videos, please subscribe to my channel and smash that like button. Please comment below. I appreciate all your comments. I like reading about them. Let me know how you feel about this kit versus the newest release, which was back in 2018 with Anakin Skywalker, the head, the pre-painted head. That was fantastic there too. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed this. It was a long one, I know, but I wanted to show a complete build-up of this, and I hope that is able to help you out. So with that, happy modeling everybody, and happy Star Wars. Take care.